Yo guys, how's it going? My name is Taz, back here in mhur here today to go through a bit of a different video I haven't done before, and that is going to be the full season 18 review from ya boy Taz. Both quirk sets are in the files and I have already tried them myself, so I can already kind of give my final thoughts and opinions on them. I already have in my other videos, go and check them out. But yeah, there's still actually quite a lot we could go through, even the game mode and also Gentle Criminal himself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like on it if you do, and let's get straight on into it. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I kind of don't want to keep the face cam on this video. I did plan to use the face cam throughout the whole video, but I've just come off making that deku video and I can't lie, I'm like, after shouting really loud, I've got a really bad headache. And I can't be a fucking Toga. I can't be a Toga. I can't be a single Toga. Do apologize, but you know, we're gonna not stop the video here, we're gonna carry on. So going over season 18, how has it been so far? Let's talk about firstly the matchmaking, and in my opinion, honestly, it's been okay. I feel like it's actually been a lot better than the last seasons and, you know, even the seasons beforehand. I don't know if it's just a matter of crossplay and people are actually not really caring about if their crossplay is on or off at the start of seasons. But I do know at the start of, like, when crossplay became a thing, people realized how sweaty PC players are, and then they started doing, you know, things like console only to ace, and then they'll turn on the crossplay to just, you know, have fun in ace rank. But again, you know, this season it's been good. You're actually seeing quite a lot of console and Steam players mixed up in your lobbies, so there's, you know, there's like quite a good balance. The time it does take to get into a game though is extremely like long, and it really does drain your time to play this game. I know a lot of people as well talk about the skill-based matchmaking part of, you know, the matchmaking, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there is no skill-based matchmaking. The way the matchmaking works is that it divides players depending on what rank they are. So when at the start of the season everybody starts, there is literally zero matchmaking. You can get into the lobby with the best players in the game, and it's also the same thing on the other hand. You know, you can get into great lobbies with just actual bums, and not bums, you know, that's kind of rude, but you know, people who just don't know how to play this game whatsoever. And you know, they're always on my team, but that's not the case. It's not the case here. I'm not here to moan about my teammates, but what I am here to moan about is, again, the matchmaking in general, because I feel like there should be some sort of skill-based matchmaking in this game. You know, they could divide players up between their amount of average damage or KD, or if they're even too lazy to do that, then just add more ranks into the actual ranked game mode. There's not enough ranks, like too many people get to ace, and you know, it becomes a place where there's actually, again, no more skilled matchmaking. But you know, overall, I can't lie, it has gotten better than the previous seasons, so I can't give them too much, you know, stick. One thing I do want to talk about as well is the character and quirk sets selections that they've decided to do this season. We've got Froppy, we've got Twice, and we've also got Gentle Criminal as the character. On paper, it might sound like a really good season, and it might even feel like a really good season, but me personally, I wouldn't put that down to the characters and quirk sets that are coming. That's more the gameplay and balance changes. That's what kind of hypes everyone up the most to actually play the game, and I'm referring to the consistent, you know, players here that return every single season, because, you know, if their main is buffed, you know they're getting on the game, bro, to grind. It was the same as me when Cementos got buffed, bro. I jumped on that motherfucker and I was like, okay, that sounds insane, I need to slow down. You know what I mean though, like when your main is buffed, you're gonna jump on the game and play a lot, bro. But with all of that good stuff being said, unfortunately, like with every single season that we've had so far, the game, like the player count has peaked and we've had more players than we've ever had. But unfortunately this season we didn't peak in terms of the amount of players on the Steam charts anyway. You know, it can always be different for console players. You know, maybe they peaked on console this season, but you know, on Steam, which is usually the like one that everyone goes off, yeah, not as high as last season. But what am I trying to say with this, and what I am trying to say is that even though that this is maybe a really good season, the developers aren't gonna see it as, you know, as like successful season as the ones they've had in the previous seasons. And I'm kind of reaching here, but you know, this could mean maybe we might see a little change in the data files. You know, maybe some characters are gonna get taken out and some other ones might get added back in. This is very out of the park, but please bring Stain, bro, please bring Stain. Anyways though, moving on from the characters, and we could probably, you know, quickly go over the balance changes. You know, they were good as well. A lot of characters that got nerfed were the ones that we actually wanted to see get nerfed. So in that rant I made with the face cam, you know, the last time I made a face cam video, I I literally said that Rapid Deku, Armored All Might, and Lady Nagant needs nothing, and they all got nerfed. So like maybe the developers saw me on that thumbnail crying, clicked on it, listened to me, and maybe they said, you know, we need to change the shit before this guy genuinely does crash out. And whoever made those changes, thank you so much. You stopped me from crashing out. I kid you not, when I first read those patch notes and I saw Lady Nagant getting nerfed on every single ability, I nearly wet myself, bro. I genuinely nearly wet myself. That motherfucker was more of a problem than Season 7 Hawks, Season 1 Assault Deku, Season 5 Striker Endeavor with that broken ass Gamma. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Bandai. But yeah, like overall, if I did have to rate this season, I personally think it is, again, one of the greatest seasons like we've had. The developers are clearly listening to us, but you know, from their point of view, they're maybe not seeing it like that, and that might be the reason why we might be getting a you know, a quad release next season. So maybe they're seeing the lack of players or new players coming to the game, and it's just the same returning players every season, so they may be trying to, you know, like switch things up here, and that would be a really nice thing to see. Again, low-key, I would really love if this game came to mobile. If it did, would get so many more players. I just hope that, you know, crossplay would allow it so we can actually play with them in ranks. So yeah, you know, for the returning players, a very good season, and even for anyone who does come through recently, like new players, I feel like they would be enjoying this game too, especially with the new notebook levels and all of these new like bonus missions. I would love to know how you guys are feeling about season 18. Let me know down in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like on it if you do. Make sure you guys are subscribed as well. We're trying to hit 25k before the end of October, okay? Before the end of October. Would be nice to hit 25k, you know, maybe on the 7th of November, my birthday. That would be tough, but who knows? Who knows? Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and yeah, it's been Taz, guys. Goodbye.